Hey there, legal warriors. Drug court. Have you heard of drug court? Do you wonder what that is? Well, Washington State has several drug courts that can handle certain types of drug cases. So if that's interested to you, if you have a family member who's involved in this, or if you are, stay tuned because this is the video for you. My name is Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm has been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years, and I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find it useful, please like and please subscribe. It helps more people get the information. Now I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm an attorney in Washington State, and sometimes people get charged with drug offenses, and drug offenses are harshly prosecuted. You may have heard about federal law. They're more harshly prosecuted in the federal system, but if people are involved in drugs, we can all have our own opinions, but for the most part, people aren't bad. They are in some type of addiction, and we need, at least in my opinion, to help put an end to it by finding a way out. And so the traditional way of the criminal system is punitive. We're just going to prosecute, we're just going to throw you in prison and forget about it. That's costly for the public, and it really doesn't solve the problems. It also has collateral consequences of what it does to families and the children of the defendants. And, several years ago, several counties tried to find a better way. And so they established something called a drug court. And there's more and more drug courts, but a drug court is an alternative way of the court system and the prosecution system dealing with someone charged with drug crimes. And I'm talking about possession crimes. I'm not talking about selling drugs. There's all types of ways that you can be denied an ability to get into this alternative court, and it's unique to each county, and that's beyond the scope of this video. But drug court is an option that can be offered to a defendant. The defendant's attorney, public defender, or private attorney will research the options for the county, for Snohomish County or King County or other counties, about is this person eligible based upon their past history and the type of case to petition to begin into drug court. And if they are eligible on paper, then it's still up to the prosecutor in most cases to allow a defendant to consider going into drug court. So how is drug court different? And again, this is generally, there's very different specifics for each county. You're going to get a chance, the defendant is, to go to oftentimes a weekly drug court with everybody that's in the drug court. Let's say there's 60 people in the drug court program. Maybe all 60 people are going to court every week. And you can watch the proceedings and see what happens. And it's a lot different. The first time I walked into a drug court as a 7-year prosecutor and then a defense attorney, I thought I was on another planet. I walked in and there were defendants walking up to the front of the courtroom and getting applause for doing well, or they were getting applause for relapsing and then being put in jail. But it's this positive environment for the most part, where treatment is the focus. Treatment is the focus. And so if you opt into the drug court, the benefit is if you get through the drug court successfully, which is at least a year or more in most cases, you can get your case dismissed or your case is dismissed. And if you don't make it through and you get kicked out, you're more likely to have a conviction based upon how they do it, but you've got a lot of benefit also. It's a cooperative environment. Believe it or not, it's not the same type of adversarial. The prosecutor's trying to prove something and you're saying it didn't happen, right? You're agreeing it happened, that I did possess the drugs or whatever you're charged with, but I want to do this, get this extra support and the supportive environment of all these other people going through what I'm going through. Because people charged with crimes feel alone. They feel ashamed. They feel embarrassed. They feel worthless. And to get to this environment where you're not being so critically judged by your peers, and you've got, a judge saying positive things to you, you've got a prosecutor encouraging you, you've got treatment people there, you've got a public defender or private attorneys encouraging you, it's a whole different thing. So how it works as far as behind the scenes is, typically speaking, Treatment people, judges, prosecutors, and defense attorneys will sort of meet before court and go over the case. Mr. Smith is doing well, or Mr. Smith missed this many treatment sessions, or Mr. Smith had a positive UA. What do we do? Well, should we sanction them by giving them a couple days of jail and then keep them in the program? Should we make them do community service? Or this person's doing well, should they get a reward? Should they get to walk forward and get a gift card or something? So it's quite the deal. And if you have that type of problem and you get offered drug court, strongly consider it with your attorney, right? You're not going to get very many opportunities to have that type of supportive environment where you are not alone. Now, it's not a cakewalk. There's consequences if you don't do the treatment or you mess up. I'm not going to make it all rosy, but it's far better than just going through the normal system in most cases where they're just trying to put you in prison. So I hope you found this video useful. If you've never heard of drug court before, it's interesting. And if you've got a loved one or you're in this type of situation charged with a felony drug crime, check with your attorney to see if it's an option. And you could always give us a call. Again, my name is Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. We've been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. We'll listen to what happened, we'll identify a way forward, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.